This video is to help with slide 4 of the Criteria C Summative Science Fair Project Data Analysis and Conclusion. So starting with this slide, you will need to fill out this data table with your IV and all of your measurements. So for example, if I'm doing the solar oven project, and I chose to change the color of my solar ovens, then my IV, my independent variable, would be color of solar oven. And I can change the size of this, make it smaller. And then I put in my different setups over here. So for example, I chose 3 colors, black, red, and white. And then I also chose to measure them using a thermometer and using the Fahrenheit instead of the Celsius. So I will write those down here. All right. And then the only thing I would put in these boxes would be the numbers. So for example, if in Fahrenheit, my boxes, which I have tested, and these are the numbers that I got. All right. Okay, so I have completed my my data table. My next step would be to create a chart, a graph, so that I could put it in here. So to do that, I highlight everything in my data table, including my IV. I copy that. I open a sheet, a Google Sheet, and then I paste what I copied from my slide, so that should show up. And then from here, I click on my chart. And this should show up. Okay, the last thing I need to do is to change my my title. My title should be IV versus DV. So my IV is color of solar oven versus temperature in Fahrenheit. All right, so there's my title. And I need to make sure that there's Fahrenheit in there because my y-axis didn't show that I'm doing temperature in Fahrenheit. So it's important that you have your dependent variable in your title. So I copy this, I copy the chart, and then I insert it in here in the slide 4. Okay, I paste it, and I make it this small. All right, so this is a completed slide 4. Just to remind you that when you create your chart, some of you had no data, right? So if you have no data, it's going to show up like this. One of the possible reasons would be you did not select all of these cells. Only when you select all of those cells will Google Sheets identify what to create a graph out of. Okay, so that's slide 4.